If you are a green card holder, or if someone you love depends on a green card, please listen very carefully right now. Over the last few days, many immigrants inside and outside the United States have been hearing the same alarming message. Congress has passed new immigration legislation, and green card holders could be affected sooner than they expect. People are worried about travel, renewals, sponsorship, and whether waiting too long could create serious problems. Today, we are going to slow this down, remove the confusion, and clearly explain what has changed, what it means for lawful permanent residents, and why taking action now is the safest move. Welcome back to Legal Focus USA. This channel exists to explain U.S. immigration law in plain, calm language, especially when breaking news creates fear or uncertainty. Everything you hear today is based on how U.S. immigration law actually works and how changes are implemented in real life. Let me start by saying this clearly. When Congress passes new immigration legislation, the impact is rarely instant, but the consequences of ignoring it can be permanent. Laws often move quietly from passage to enforcement, and many immigrants only realize something changed when it is already too late to fix. So what is happening right now? Congress has recently passed new immigration-related legislation that affects how lawful permanent resident status is reviewed, maintained, and protected. This does not mean green cards are being canceled. It does not mean mass revocations. But it does mean increased scrutiny, tighter procedures, and fewer second chances in certain situations. For green card holders, the biggest risk is not the law itself. The biggest risk is not understanding how your own actions could now be interpreted under updated rules. Let's talk about what this means in simple terms. A green card gives you the right to live and work permanently in the United States, but it comes with responsibilities. You must maintain residence, follow U.S. laws, and show continued ties to the United States. These requirements have always existed, but new legislation often strengthens how they are enforced. For example, long trips outside the United States have always been risky for green card holders. Under newer enforcement standards, extended travel without proper documentation may raise more serious questions when you return. Someone who leaves the U.S. for many months without a re-entry permit could face delays, secondary inspection, or even referral to immigration court. Let me give you a real-world example. Carlos is a green card holder living in Texas. He traveled abroad to care for a sick parent and stayed outside the U.S. longer than planned. Under older enforcement practices, he might have been questioned and allowed entry. Under newer rules, that same situation could result in officers questioning whether he abandoned his permanent residence. Nothing about his green card changed on paper, but the interpretation did. Another area affected is green card renewal. Many people think renewing a green card is automatic. It is not. Renewal is a review. Under stricter legal standards, immigration officers are looking more closely at criminal records, tax compliance, address history, and consistency in your immigration file. Small mistakes that were once overlooked may now cause delays or denials. This is especially important for green card holders who have had any contact with law enforcement, even minor incidents. An old charge that never seemed important before could now trigger additional review. Now let's talk about sponsorship and family petitions. Green card holders can sponsor certain family members, but new legislative changes often affect processing standards and eligibility review. In some cases, applications are taking longer, and evidence requirements are stricter. Acting early is more important than ever. I want to share another example. Fatima is a green card holder in New Jersey. She planned to apply for U.S. citizenship, but kept delaying. She assumed her green card was enough. After recent changes, she realized that applying for naturalization sooner would give her stronger protection and peace of mind. Waiting did not benefit her. Acting did. That brings us to one of the most important points of this video. If you are eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship, now is the time to seriously consider it. Citizenship provides protections that green card status does not. Citizens cannot lose status for long travel, policy changes, or administrative reviews. For many people, the safest response to new immigration laws is not fear, it is preparation. Now let's talk about what you should do right now. First, review your travel history. If you spend long periods outside the U.S., speak with an immigration professional before your next trip. Second, check your green card expiration date. If renewal is coming up within the next year, do not wait until the last minute. Third, review your legal history honestly. Fourth, if you qualify for citizenship, start preparing. Even if you don't apply immediately, understanding your eligibility puts you in control. And finally, do not rely on rumors, social media panic, or incomplete headlines. Immigration law is complex, and fear-based information spreads faster than truth. I know this process can feel overwhelming. Many immigrants already carry stress from years of waiting, paperwork, and uncertainty. That is why accurate information matters so much. Congress passing new immigration legislation does not mean your life is about to change overnight. But it does mean the margin for error is smaller than before. Being proactive is no longer optional. It is protective. If this explanation helped you feel more informed and calm, please subscribe to Legal Focus USA. We provide clear immigration updates and legal guidance so you don't have to navigate these changes alone. Turn on notifications so you don't miss important developments, and share this video with someone who may need reassurance. Thank you for trusting us with your time. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next update.